welcome to this week's video. I am accompanied by a couple of my latest paintings. And in this video today, I'm showing you this one. It's process from conception to development to even the final pressing and finishing. So for the first time all the way through process, which is kind of fun, I think. And I hope it works out well. I do have a lot of editing involved, so I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out. We'll see. This will be my most cuts and chopping and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm very nervous, but I figure I'm just going to do it and see how it goes. And it might be all over the place, but maybe somebody can suggest some free video editing software that would help me out tremendously. I do have a laptop now, so I'll be able to work on the laptop. So I would really appreciate some help since I am really not tech savvy. I know how to, well, anyway, so this piece is what this video is going to be about, beginning to end, and I hope you enjoy viewing a little bit of my process. Here we go. So there it is. The sunset that I just spent like 20 minutes going to look for. I got some pretty decent pictures of it. Just thought about doing this little take on a video here. Looking to capture the mountains, the sunset, the clouds, and just this beautiful evening glow. And we'll see what happens once I get back and get to work on a painting. Good morning, everyone. I'm not on camera at the moment, but I am getting ready to blank canvases. Let's see what happens here. I have no idea. At the moment, I have no inspiration. I've just put them up and I'm looking at them right now. Yes, sometimes that is part of the process. Hello, everyone. So here I am today, or this evening, thinking about painting or working on this painting that I started this morning. So I spend sometimes a little bit more time pausing and just looking at it than I do working on it. Because I'm finding I have to work kind of quickly as I go. But I do pause for long periods of time waiting for things to settle. One of the reasons I don't normally film at night is because I am exhausted after working all day. Not painting all day, working. So, and my voice is tired because I'm greeting everybody all day long. Yeah, so these are the two brushes I started with. And this is the painting. Whoa, this light sucks. Well, this is what I got. So let's not turn it too much. So you can see, here, let's see if I can turn it and get it to shine this way. Oops. Maybe. A little bit. So, using this big fatty brush, so I can't really pull off a Wilson with this plastic thing. So with this big fat brush, I started the blues in the sky and got paler, added more water, and then added my orangey light here. I'm working on a sunset. And, oh, yeah, I'm going to add the video of when I was up taking pictures of the sunset. So that's going to be part of this, I think. Yeah. So, my little friends. And this is the beginning. And I'll keep filming as I paint through this. I don't know. I have a really difficult time setting up to paint, to film while I paint. Oh, let me move this. Yeah. So it's not easy for me to set up and film to paint because where my space is right now, I'm in a bedroom at my mother's home. And so I don't exactly have the space I want to work in. And when I'm in the van, I'm going to have it set up so that it's living, working space. And I also get to paint outside a lot is my goal. And I'm looking forward to that, getting to work mostly just in natural light, you know. Although, since I am an early morning riser, a lot of my finishing work gets done, you know, early in the morning before the sun even comes up. But yeah, so there's going to be more on this painting later. And the evolution process, right? I know I didn't get to show very much of what happened overnight. So I was up quite early, 3-ish, and laid out some more color. And got to a certain point and decided to stop with the silhouetting of the foreground and wait for everything to kind of set and dry as an underpainting. And then this morning when I got up at 6, because I went to bed again, took a nap. And when I got up at 6, I did this. So I would probably say this painting all in all is taking going to be upwards of 6 to 8 hours by the time I'm finished with it. And you're just seeing little bits in between. One of these days I'll set it up on a tripod and you can watch me paint. But right now in the space I'm in, the lighting is really bad for doing that. And I just don't feel like I would do it justice. Right now I'm filming first thing in the morning just to catch the natural light. So here it is at this point, and I will continue shortly with the finished work. Okay, so here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for, the big reveal. The finished work. Okay, so around, I don't know, 12:30, I woke up. I fell asleep around 7, right? I woke up around 12:30. And was inspired to kind of finish this piece up. And I've left it at this point, and I think I'm pleased with it. I know, right? But that's the way it is. I gotta at some point stop. I am a very compulsive person. I can go too far. So, here it is. Dun-da-da. The finished work. And I think the light's pretty decent for this. Let the sun shine. So I had fun with simple stroke patterns and doing my blacks in the foreground. It's always fun. So, yeah. This is the painting finished. So here you've seen it from beginning to end, right? From when I stopped to view the sunset to my blank piece of paper, which eventually led me back to that sunset that I like it with the light shining through it. But yeah, so ta-da, there it is, all finished. This is the artwork in question, right? A piece I just finished. And you see what I'm talking about right here. This is the cockle I'm talking about. So it's what naturally happens. I did have it taped down, but it still happened. So there you go. That's what it is. And so underneath is this absolutely beautiful material called Hollytex. I get it from a place called Talas. You can get the talasonline.com, I think, is their website. I'll try to remember to do, no, I'm not going to try. I'm going to do my best to get that link below. Yeah, so this Hollytex is something that also is left over from my years of framing. A material used in Japanese paper hinging for artwork, as well as for doing what I'm just about to do for you now, which is to flatten this work of art. So here we go. I'm going to move this over and put this guy here. So there it is face up. This Hollytex is a non-stick surface. It's wonderful. And underneath it I have mat board, and I want to have mat board under it because it's going to act like it's a nice, well, first of all, I don't want to get the table underneath damp, but also because it will absorb some of the moisture. Not that there's going to be very much, but whatever there is, I want it absorbed. So mat board, Hollytex, and then I'm going to turn this over, okay, just like that, and I'll be right back with a damp paper towel. Okay, so now here I have a damp paper towel. I'm going to lay it over. This is hard to do one-handed, but I'm going to do that. And then switch hands, whoops, with the camera. And straighten this part out here. Okay, so I get good coverage. Whoop, there we go. So one of the reasons I'm liking working on smaller pieces is obviously it doesn't take much material to get things accomplished, and it costs less to work on. So what I'm doing is I'm going to lightly press this paper towel into the back of this. So I'm not saturating the paper, but I'm really giving a good even humidification. So if this was an old piece of paper, I wouldn't want to do this. If this was an old piece of paper and it was still like all rolled up, you would leave it rolled up the way it is and put it into a bin that, you know, you can make a humidification chamber kind of simply. I have a book, actually, a really awesome book somewhere around here. When I find it, I'll do a video on it. It was for library conservation. So it teaches you a little bit about paper conservation in simple, inexpensive ways to humidify and care for your paper. Okay, so I think this might be well pressed. Now, the reason I like this, like, right, see, the paint's really stable. I'm not soaking it. I'm not going crazy. Oh, hang on. Let me put this back to right here. Okay. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to leave the paper towel where it is because this is a pretty heavy paper. If this was Japanese paper, I wouldn't have to do very much for the paper to get damp enough. When I work on Japanese paper, this process is a heck of a lot faster. So then I'm just going to lay this one across the top, right? And hang on, I'm going to go get another piece of mat board. So my solution to not having any mat board at the moment is to use another piece of watercolor paper over the top like that. Reason I want to do this is it acts as a blotter, right? It's going to absorb some of that moisture that I want to come out of the paper. Now I have here just flat boards about the same size that I'm going to put on top of that. So we have kind of a natural weight process happening here. Just move this over a tiny bit. Okay. So, and since I don't have any of my glass weights handy, but I do have this old glass tray, I'm just going to sit that right on top. So, you see what I've done? I've created a sandwich of layers to absorb the moisture and keep the artwork flat, and I can just let it hang out because this stuff is non-stick, so the gouache isn't going to stick to it, and it's all safe. Everything in this plastic bag that could get damaged by moisture can't because it's in the plastic bag. Between this plastic bag and the Hollytex underneath is the watercolor paper, so that's my buffer. That's my blotter, for another term. Not quite as nice as a real blotter, but I'll take it. So this is a little solution I've come up with, and I'll come back to it probably in like 20, I don't know, maybe the end of the day I'll check it. So okay, it's a bunch of hours later. I know, this isn't an exact science for me at this moment, since I'm not doing this for a customer. I'm not timing this stuff out, but it's almost, I'm losing the daylight, so I want to film this. Let's see. Whoops. Let's see what it looks like. And if this did, oh, already that looks positive. Do you see how this paper is now cockled? That means moisture came out of all of this. Oh, this is promising. Oh, wow. Nice. A little bit of a pop-up from the background, but nothing major. There's still a little right there. But if you recall what it looked like a few moments ago, that's pretty darn good for getting most of the cockle out. And there it is. Yay. I think I'm pretty happy with it for the most part, although I think I can get the rest of that out if I give it a little treatment on that spot on the back. You heard that it stuck a tiny little bit, nothing major. Where's the spot? Can you see it? There we go. But you cannot see it in the painting. So I'd say success. All right. Yay. Flattening of a painting. I decided to do an overnight. I kept it under the weights overnight to see if that little leftover bit of cockle at the edge there would kind of press its way out overnight. So let's see what happened. Oh, I lost my little table that I had. Okay. Oh, that's all right. Put it over here. All my stuff that's going in the van is kind of surrounding me here. So, move that over. Ooh, it looks way better. So you can see this is where the little leftover bit of cockle was. And I could still do another moisture treatment on the back and get rid of that, but I think it certainly does just fine. And I'll leave it as is. Yay! Right, and if you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, you know, the little thumbs up, and subscribe. And then next to that, subscribe is a notification bell. Click on that notification bell if you would like to see more of these videos and stay updated on my progress and painting and getting the van and the whole next part of this journey for me. And thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.